Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's talk about another easy problem on Leetcode today, Roman to integer, Leetcode 13. In this problem, we are given Roman numeral as a string and we should convert it to an integer. Roman numerals are represented by 7 different symbols, I, V, X, L, C, D and M, where I is equivalent to 1, V is equivalent to 5, X is equivalent to 10, L is equivalent to 50, C is equivalent to 100, D is equivalent to 500 and M is equivalent to 1000. For example, 2 can be written as II, as I is equivalent to 1. So it is two ones added together. 1, 2 can be written as XII because 10 is equivalent to X, right? So 10 plus 2 is 12. Similarly, 1, 1, 2 will be written as CXII because C is equivalent to 100 and 1, 2 was XII. And 27 can be written as double X5II, that is sum of 20, which is represented as XX plus 5, that is V, plus 2, that is II. Note that in the examples so far, we saw Roman numerals written as largest to smallest from left to right. For example, here I was equal to another I, here X was greater than other two I's. Similarly, C was greater than X was greater than I. But that is not always the case. For example, for numeral 4, we don't write 4 i's. Instead, we write it as IV, which we get by subtracting 1 from 5. So that's how we get 4. The same applies to 9, which is written as IX, because then we just say 10 minus 1. Similarly, if we write XL, X is 10 and L is 50. So again, previous character is less than next character. That means we have to do subtraction, and this time it will be equal to 50 minus 10, that is 40, and so on. Then in example 1, we are given S as 3 i's. So we will go through each I and get corresponding integer value for I, that is 1, and add them up, and our answer will be equal to 3. Similarly, for LVIII, L is 50, V is 5 and I is 1. So we will get 50 plus 5 plus 3, that is 58. And finally, in example 3, for the given string, we will get 1000 for M, then Cm, which is equivalent to 1000 minus 100, that is 900, plus Xc, which is 100 minus 10 equal to 90, plus IV, that is 4. So because of this, our answer is 1994. So now let's jump into the solution space. So Roman numerals are represented by 7 different characters, each with a specific mapping, integer value. So how about we store these mappings in the hash map? And then we see that Roman numerals are typically written largest to smallest from left to right. So we can traverse a string from left to right, character by character, and then get the corresponding mapping value for the character and add it to our answer, which will be initially equal to 0. For example, for V we will get 5 and for I we will get 1. So that's how our answer will be equal to 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 8. But there is one case we need to handle, that is the case of subtractive numerals, where we have numerals like IV, where the character on the left is smaller than character on the right, and this smaller value needs to be subtracted from the larger value on the right. So to handle it, we can actually take two variables, previous and current. For example, previous can point to I and current will be pointing to V. And whenever we see previous is less than current, that means we should subtract previous value from our answer. Otherwise, if it's a normal order, then we will add previous to the answer. And after processing the numeral, we will move the previous and current pointer forward. So the simplified rule can be, if a smaller value precedes a larger one, then we subtract the previous value. Otherwise, we will add it. So then our idea is simple. First, we build the hash map, initialize the previous and current pointers and the answer variable, and then loop through the string character by character and update our answer by comparing two adjacent values. And if a smaller value precedes a larger one, then we subtract the smaller one. Otherwise, we will continue to add it to the answer. So now let's see this in action. So let's consider the string MCM XCIV that was given in example 3. And suppose our previous pointer is here and current pointer is here. So we can see that previous is pointing to M, that is 1000, and C is 100. So previous is more than current. So that means we can add it to our answer. So now our answer becomes 1000. Then we move both previous and current pointer forward. So now previous pointer points to C and current pointer points to M. This time we see previous is actually less than current because previous is 100 and current is 1000. So that means we should subtract the previous from our answer. So now our answer becomes 900. Then we again move previous and current pointer forward. So now our current pointer points to x and previous pointer points to m. Now x is 10 and m is 1000. So this time previous is more than current. So we will add previous to the answer. So now our answer becomes 1900. And again we move previous and current forward. So now our previous points to x, which is 10, and current points to c, which is 100. So previous is less than current. So we will subtract previous, that is 10, from our answer, and again move previous and current forward. So now our current points to I, that is 1, and previous points to C, which is 100. So this time previous is more than current. So we will add previous to the answer. Then we again move previous and current forward. Now previous points to I and current points to V. Again previous is less than current. So we will subtract previous from our answer and move previous and current forward. And now there is no more room for current to go forward, but we can move previous forward. Now previous points to V, but our loop is now done. So to handle this edge case, we will add the remaining previous value to our answer. So it will be plus 5. And now our answer becomes 1900 plus 90 plus 4, that is 1994. So now let's jump into the code part. So here it is given that string length can be between 1 and 15. So we don't have to check for null or empty string. But if in the interview says that that is a possible case, then we should handle it. Otherwise, we will just start by creating the character to integer map to store all of these mappings. So now we have these 7 mappings in the hash map. Now we will define our answer. Let's call it sum. We can also initialize our previous value, and it will be coming from 0th position of the input string, but we care about its integer value. So we will get the corresponding value from the map. Because in the constraint it is given that it's a valid Roman numeral, we don't have to worry about character not being present in the map. So we just directly get it from the map. Similarly, we will initialize a current variable to store current Roman numeral value. And now we will start looping on the string character by character. But we have already covered the first character as a previous value. So we will start from I equal to 1. And then we will get the value of the current Roman numeral, that is character at index I in the string. And now we will check if previous is less than current. In that case, we will subtract the previous value from the answer. Otherwise, we will add the value to the answer and move both the pointers forward. So now our previous will be equal to current, and current will anyways be calculated in the next iteration based on the value of I. And at the end of the loop, there is one previous value where we set the value equal to current, but we didn't process it. So to handle that use case, we have to add previous to our answer as well. And finally, we will return sum as our answer. Now let's run this code. I forgot semicolon. Now it should be okay. Let's submit this code. Cool. In terms of time complexity, it will be O of n, where n is the length of the string, because we are going through each character of the string one by one. And in terms of space complexity, it will be O of 1, because we are storing these 7 values in the map, which is a constant space. So because of this, the space complexity is O of 1. So I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please like, share and subscribe. The code link is in the description below. If you have any questions or suggestions, please write them in the comment box. Thanks for watching. See you next time.